Hello and welcome, friends. My name is Forenci, and today we're taking a look at the best perks in Call of Duty Warzone. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright, if you're not familiar with the perk system within Call of Duty, again, there are three perks that you can use. Perk 1, 2, or 3, or the blue, red, or yellow perk. And really within the blue perk, we're going to talk about mainly two perks, which is EOD and Double Time. EOD, again, decreases damage taking from explosives. So right now, RPGs and C4 are really popular. Again, being able to reduce that damage, really critical right now. And Double Time, again, getting you get longer tactical sprint, which means you're a little bit more mobile. Very useful for when you're rotating. Can be really useful, as well as increased crouch speed, which is not a bad idea either. Cold-blooded, maybe you could argue, again, not being able to see it on thermal. But overall, I personally would pick EOD or Double Time. Next is perk 2, which is probably the most debated, I think, of all the perks that you could choose from. Again, Overkill is a great choice because it allows you to get two primary weapons, right? You don't just have to get an AR and a pistol, but instead you get an AR and a sniper, an SMG and a sniper, a SMG and an AR, right? So it gives you a lot of versatility there, and something that if you like to have those two guns, you might want to choose. Again, Restock, if you use your tactical abilities a lot and your lethal ability, again, that could be really strong for you. And I would also say that Ghost is really strong. Again, if you're really looking to win, again, being able to stay off heartbeat sensors, being able to stay off the radar, the UAVs, really important. All right, last but not least, perk 3, or the yellow perk. Again, there's some really interesting perks in there. Again, you have Tune-Up, which can reduce your res time. If you're constantly getting your teammates up, this is not a bad option if you kind of see yourself as the medic. It could amp the ability to kind of switch faster between your two different abilities. And if you use, say, an RPG, you reload them faster. Battle Hardened, really strong too. Again, reduces kind of the effect or the stuns and flashes, which is really important. And my personal favorite right here is Tracker. Again, being able to actually hunt down the enemy and see those footsteps is really good against campers, and something that I personally would prefer over those two other options. But again, play to your strength. I say go Tracker. Again, there is no wrong perks to choose here. Let's make that clear. But again, think about your playstyle and think about some of the perks that I mentioned under each one. Again, personally, I love EOD, Overkill, and Tracker, but we can also talk about how you can kind of squeeze some of those other perks in too. The power of Ghost is just this, the ability to be unseen on the map here. Again, I'm using an advanced UAV. When you use 3 UAVs in Call of Duty Warzone, you can see everybody that doesn't have Ghost. And so the ability to kind of stay off the map is critically important, again, when you're playing for wins, particularly because, again, people won't push you. Again, if you're there's a lot of aggressive players in this game that when they see those little red blips on the radar, they will push them and attack. So being able to stay off the grid, so to speak, being able to move freely without worrying having to be on a heartbeat sensor as well is kind of critical for late game as well. So if you're really interested in more focused on wins, I think Ghost is a really good option for you here. When you select Restock, you'll notice that you're actually able to have your abilities on a cooldown instead of needing to pick them up, which is really crucial. And while you have C4 or Claymores already down in place in the world, they'll actually keep recharging, which is really big. And again, my personal favorite here is you can see these red footsteps that pop up is Tracker. Again, really useful when, again, you're in building fights, when you have people that like to camp. Again, you're not really sure where they are. Again, you can kind of see how they are useful here. Again, great for, again, just kind of keeping on top of everybody, make sure no one can sneak up on you, and just a great way to just find people that are trying to hide. Another thing that's really useful that you can do is actually use multiple loadouts to get mix and match perks in some ways. So again, getting Overkill to start is usually a good idea because you can get your 2 weapons, and then in a later loadout, you can get Ghost, and then just pick up the weapon off the ground that drops when you get that Ghost loadout, right? So you're still having your 2 weapons, but again, you're getting the benefit of, say, Restock or Ghost or some other perk that you might want to get into there while having your 2 primaries. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Again, like, subscribe, comment. Again, that means a lot to me. It lets me know you guys are interested. Again, expect to see a lot of Warzone videos coming forward. And as always, I will see you next time. Thank you all so much for watching the video. If you want to see me play live, come over to twitch.tv/Forenci1. I'll see you there. I've got enough bullets for everybody. Relax.